Okay, so we're going to start with the core box game. So this is a little bit different. So this is not retail. You won't get this version when you buy it in retail. This is only Kickstarter because you get extra figures in this, extra heroes, and I believe is there extra? No. So you do get a couple of extra heroes. So originally you only got Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, and Captain Marvel. And then you did get Rogue Skull, Ultra, and Taskmaster. But now they've, just to make this a little bit different, they added Ant-Man and a Wasp in as bonus ones for the Kickstarter. Right, so rulebook. Now this is not the hardest of games, as I understand. It's actually a really simple cooperative game, which people might say is a bit bloated with plastic figures, but because it's common, they like their miniature figures, and this is one reason why I bought it. I am a Marvel fan, and I thought this would work really well with my boy. It's simple, easy, and you work together. And plus, with all the figures, he's got endless choices of what he wants to play with. So we've got punchboard tokens, which actually punch out really well. Quite thick, not too bad. It was a shame that they didn't actually introduce plastic tokens, as they normally do with their games, but maybe that'll be in the next Kickstarter. Yeah, punches out pretty well. Nothing too bad there. And then, look at this. Plastic tray cover inserts, which is awesome. And then we've got the figures, which are actually just slotted in. And they're not that bad. I mean, it's common of CMON games, so they should be awesome. We've got Iron Man. Even the flooring, like the base they stood on, is designed very well. Got the Hulk, who's slightly bigger than the rest of them. I know some people might not like it because it's kind of chibi looking, but maybe it's the only way they could get a design on it for copyright licenses. So that's most of them. Quite nice. In here we have the locations. So these are just normal, like, thick card locations, but they did as an add-on extra say, here's cardboard locations, which are like 5 times as thick, 10 times as thick. So it's kind of the reason why I didn't. I think they're probably about as thick as all of these locations together. So you've got usual Shield Helicarrier, Shield Headquarters, Central Park, Stark Labs, Avengers Mansion, Avengers Tower, New York Police Headquarters, back to Times Square. So they're the locations. Here's the villain cards. So this is how they operate. Ultron. So as I said, it is a cooperative game where all the players will take a hero and then they're fighting against a villain. And the villain has overarching master plans. And when it's their turn, something happens and you follow the instructions. They do have their own set of cards, as you can see here. And then one solitary cube is like used for Red Skull, just to mark where he's got to, because it looks like the Tesseract, which is quite cool. Okay, so you've got Red Skull cards. Now the cards are not that thick. They're a little bit linened, matte finish, not high quality actually compared to some cards, but there is a lot of cards in here. So this is Red Skull, and then you got his henchman. Ultron. Then you got Taskmaster and all these cards, and then you got some other cards. Challenge. You got some challenge cards just to make it a little bit harder for you if you find it a little bit too difficult. So the one thing they haven't done is made these cards easy to open. So they've not put anything. So each character should have about 12 cards. So you can see each one's got about 12 cards, all with their own backs on it so you can identify them. And then each one has like different abilities. You see the icons on the bottom. This is like anything wild one. And then some of them come with a couple of power-ups cards. Depending on the character. So it looks quite interesting. So that's them. That's the hero cards. Now we'll have a quick look at what's inside the huge big box of extra characters, which is a little bit inflated, but hey, there's a huge universe to choose from, so I think they're making the most of using this IP. So what's quite nice is that on the cardboard, so it is just characters. They've made a nice insert detailing where everyone goes. And there you go, nice little tray packaging of where everyone goes. Top row, you've got all the different characters. I think they actually added in new ones. Like I think Venom is new. They added that in as a bonus because something happened. I really can't remember now. And someone else is new, I believe. I do like the fact Squirrel Girl is actually a character in it. She is a great character in the comics. My daughter actually liked reading her comics when she was younger. Nick Fury. Hawkeye. Quite cool. So yeah, and then we've got more characters. We got Nova. Is that? Oh yeah, that's Daredevil. I believe. Oh no, it's not. That's Nebula. Drax, Howard the Duck. In there. There's Nebula. Was she in the other one? Don't know. Blade. Blade's cool. New movie coming out about him. Who's this one? Oh, Spider Woman. There's Daredevil. So that's most of the figures, as you can see there. I might take some pictures of that later on. And then more content. I mean, you're going to have massive amounts of cards. So I'm not going to go for all the cards because we'll be here forever. But every character's got their own deck of cards in there. Then we've got some more tokens. And then we've got all the villain cards for the new villains they've introduced. Venom, Rhino, Murdoch, Kingpin, Kang, Hela, Dormammu, Grievous, Corvus, Gravel, Carnage, Bullseye, and Baron Zemo. So plenty of villains in there. I mean, technically, you could just live off of these packs. I reckon you'll have amples and amples of time to like play through and see different variations. I mean, the other 5 expansions could be a little bit overkill, but it's that whole thing of, I know my son will want to do Spider-Man, so it's like, okay, I'll get Spider-Man, but then like the Infinity Gauntlet seems like a cooler concept. You'll see that in the video of why that might be a cool concept. So yeah, so I just remembered that if you backed at a certain pledge, then you get Yondu. I think it's basically the core set, the Infinity Gauntlet, and the Infinity Gauntlet or the Infinity Saga pledge got you the Infinity Gauntlet expansion, the Black Panther expansion, and the main box with all the other expansions. You get Yondu as an exclusive character. So you get him as an exclusive character in this pack. Here. So here he is with his arrow flying out of its sleeve. It's quite cool. And then you get a deck of cards. What's quite cool is in the box, this is the box that holds all the extra characters. In here, he's actually got his own little space, which I believe is down in there. So they've actually thought about that. He's got his own little space. Now, if you went all in and got all the expansions, then you've got Adam Warlock as an exclusive character. Oh, whoops, I think that's good plastic. So you get him as an exclusive character with his cards in his own little box. But, of course, they've made room for him in here. So he actually sits in there with the rest of them. And goes away nice and neatly. Is there space for the cards? Possibly. Yeah, put the cards in there. Right. So there you go. That was those two. So thanks for watching. There is going to be a series of videos on all the expansions. So I've taken a video of each one so you can check out each expansion and see what you get in it. And yeah, thanks for watching these videos. Please like and subscribe. It's all very helpful. And let's check out how this plays later on. Good night. Put this back. In any sense, I'm hoping that if it doesn't work out as a good co-op, I'm hoping the fans behind it might create something different, as in they might create a skirmish game, or even I actually thought this is Marvel United was going to be based on their other project they come out, which was kind of cooperative game of walking through dungeons. I'm trying to think what it is now, but I can't. I'll put it in at the bottom here. But yeah, Common made a game which was semi-cooperative and was all right. Used chibi figures and things like that, but it didn't really interest me. And I thought this was going to be based off it, but it's not. So I'm wondering whether the fans out there might create something a little bit more special than or create something using the figures and their cards and things like that, and it might work. That's all I can say. So I don't know. It might be a really good game on its own, but let's have a look later down in the future. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll put the other videos up of the other expansions so you can see what you get inside after this one. Bye now.